I'm the first one to do that. I bet you never knew that. Back like a tailbone. Who you got the tail on? If it ain't about me, about whole D, about face. If you ain't on higher, learn it. The soda in the pot and the fire, burn it. This shit is so dope. You might wanna be my guest. This shit is so dope. You might wanna be my.
Oh man, I've been wanting to review this anime since forever, since I became a YouTuber. Oh, now's the chance for me to do it. Because I was able to afford it back then. I was able to afford it because they are raising the prices for this anime on eBay, Amazon. It's ridiculous. Google this anime on those websites and trust me, you'll be like, what the fuck? So I was able to afford it. I was able to buy it, and it's worth it. It's worth the money. Black Magic M-66 is a science fiction cyberpunk action thriller horror anime OVA that has been directed by Hiroyuki Kitabuto. That name sounds so familiar. He probably did some other animes that I've reviewed and watched recently. And produced by Bandai Visual in 1987. A freelance reporter stumbles on a desperate military operation. An army chopper has crashed and its cargo has been activated. Now there are two killer androids running loose in the wilderness and have the daughter of their inventor as their target. I remember watching this as a kid, and as I was a kid watching this anime, I was already introduced to a lot of old animes back then, like Fist of the North Star, X, Evangelion, Tenchi Muyo. But Black Magic M-66 was an anime that I did not really enjoy. And the reason why I did not enjoy this anime was because, unlike those animes that I've mentioned, I was actually afraid of this anime. I was scared watching it as a kid. And it's not like this anime has literally made me have a problem sleeping at night. It just opened my eyes to make me realize that, damn, regular horror films scares me. And I thought animes would give me that comfort like cartoons, but damn, there are actually animes that are scary too. I had no idea. I wanted to find out about this anime as I've gotten older, and I found out that the name of it was Black Magic M-66. Now, as I watched this recently, I was not just stumbled across of how fearful this anime is and how well done the execution of this anime is when it comes to the pacing and when it comes to the story and also with the fears. But they have done a lot of good service when it comes to how they're gonna throw it to you, how they're gonna deliver it, and how you're gonna feel with it. Because this anime does not just focus on jump scares and tension. It focuses on a few other things that you may feel uncomfortable with when it comes to kills, when it comes to things not feeling right, and claustrophobia as well. The anime picks up pretty quickly. As soon as the anime starts, the chopper already crashes, and they show us this dark introduction of these two shell-like capsules that are containing these androids that are going to pursue the daughter of the inventor. Now, what I liked about the introduction to this anime is that they did not just show you the dark, twisted art style of the environment, but they had the nerve to show you the heart rate ratio, side effect, sound of what we were hearing when they were showing those capsules, as if something in there was alive, something in there was breathing. And the way how they showed us, it was not safe. And let's just say here, as a child watching this, I was not pulled in that much. I just was trying to see what the fuck this anime was. But as an adult now, I know that they have focused a lot on the tension. They didn't want to show you the androids until later. They want you to build the tension up as the military shows up and as we get introduced with the reporter, and her name is Sabelle. She begins to try to figure out what's going on. And as we begin to figure out what's going on through her eyes, we begin to know more about her character. And I like that. I thought that was very good pacing and very good dialogue to her character. Not enough for me to believe everything that she has done up until the whole end path, the whole ending of the anime, but just enough for me to get the tension build up as to know why the military is there, why they try to keep things a secret, and if the thing crashed, will they just send a rescue team to make sure that that the pilots was okay instead of just sending out the government and sending out the military. What was in this thing that they are so uptight about? And they have done well with that, because when things got bad, then things begin to make sense. As we get deeper into the story, like I said, we get introduced to Sibel, which is again the reporter that's supposed to try to release these footages without her own jurisdiction or whatever. She's a badass character. I was getting Appleseed vibes, especially when she actually had the Appleseed T-shirt on as a little Easter egg. I liked that her character. Even the other character, which is Fairy, which is the daughter of the creator of these androids. I liked them both, but at the same time, I did not know enough chemistry for me to get pulled into these characters. Honestly, as much tension was brought into these characters' fate as if they was probably going to get killed off. I was afraid that they might die, but at the same time, I did not care as much as I wanted to. I mean, they even tried to pull a 180 to Sibel's character, saying that, oh, if no one's going to try to save this girl, then maybe I should. Okay, like what made you want to get involved in this point? Is it because you want to know more about the story? Do you want to try to get paid more so you can talk up to her to see why these androids is trying to kill her? No, you just done that because the movie has to continue, and I felt like that could have been added more into the dialogue of these two characters so we can believe it. People are not just going to save you because of the hell of it. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to sound grim, but that's just common sense. If it doesn't have anything to do with you, you probably want to call the police so they can handle it. Not just jump into it and try to figure it out yourself, especially if you don't have no fucking weapons. But the main focus of this anime is the android. They have showed us enough for us to feel the tension and the gravitation concept of the story itself by us knowing what the military is trying to do and why they're hiding what they're trying to accomplish. But the androids, when they show up, when they reveal themselves, it gets wild. Like, it gets crazy. And it's basically a manga film that I was expecting. It's blood and gore. It's a whole lot of death and destruction with these androids. And the crazy thing is that these androids know how to fight. They have very good self-defense mechanism enhancements in their bodies to the point where you can barely even touch them. And if you do touch them, they will not get no damage done into them at all. These androids was pretty brutal to the point where I was actually nervous. I was like, how is Sibel and the Fairy gonna get across this shit? I don't know, but more of a reason for them to have a gun. But they did that to build the fear aspect into this anime, and I get it. I understand. I'll take a couple steps back. So they take a break from the action aspect of this anime, so they want to add more into the tension. They want to add more into the fear, and they have done well here when the android ends up becoming a stalker, begins to try to trace Fairy's footsteps as she's trying to hunt her down and assassinate her. And I thought that was well done. I thought it was very, very well executed, especially in the sewer scene where she just looking up. That was one of the biggest, darkest scenes I've ever that I remembered as a kid. And when I seen that now, I was like, holy fuck. There's more dark and twisted scenes on this anime, especially the part when Sibel goes into the scientist's house and she sees a lot of dolls and tore up androids around. I was getting creeped out. I was like, holy shit, like this is crazy. They have done good with the spookiness of this anime. I have really felt that same fear I did as a kid, and I felt even more scared now, because now since I'm older, it makes sense of why I felt this way. This anime made me feel as if you don't need to have a person just come and kill you. How about you feeling uncomfortable as if somebody is following you and then you cannot kill that person? And they've done that well here, especially the scene in the end of the anime where they're in the elevator together and she has to use that device to push the android away, and she was running out of batteries because that device can push any type of abnormal androids away from you through brute vibrations. And I thought that was well done. That scene gave me chills. That scene was that had to be one of the best nominated parts of that anime if they had awards back then. That's just my opinion. But other than that, this anime is a masterpiece, a must own and a must watch, especially to old school anime fans. If you are my age or a little older, you probably have already seen this anime already. But if you have not, you need to pick this anime up or find one of the websites that you could watch this for free. Or hell, I think they got this on YouTube. If they got this on YouTube, I'll put the link in the description box. Don't worry. They should have it on YouTube. I'm actually betting on it now. They should have it on YouTube, so don't even worry about that. I'm gonna have to give Black Magic M-66 a B. Guys, y'all don't know how long I've been trying to review this anime. Out of all the animes that I own, Black Magic M-66 X and Blood Rain Culture of the Young was the main three animes that I wanted to review because they play a big place in my heart as I was a child growing up. Just putting that out there just so people can understand where I'm coming from with this hype. Not to give the highest rating, but just so I can put my opinions out there so people can watch the anime. But other than that, that's all I have to say for today. Please stay tuned for my upcoming reviews and anime videos. Hit it your way. Gotta get away from the camera because people say I creep them out when I get too close to the camera. This is Hugo, your critic teacher, and you guys have a good day.